Hey everyone, welcome back to Imagination Tech, and today we are going to be upgrading my old workstation. This is Dell 3647, Dell Inspiron, I believe. Yeah, Dell Inspiron 3647. And we're going to be updating this workstation PC to something that can edit videos faster in Adobe Premiere and also run Liftoff, DRL, Blustone, and all of those nice simulators much better, make it perform much better, perform smoother with better graphics, and also maybe we can do a little bit of gaming on it as well. Alright, so we're going to be putting this new sort of new graphics card. Stay tuned. Alright, so this is the Dell Inspiron 3647, and it comes with Intel Core i5-5550 2.8 GHz processor, and initially came with 4 GHz of RAM, and I upgraded to 8 GHz. So it does, it can. I've been editing with Adobe Premiere on this workstation for the past 2 years, and I've been running Liftoff with all of the settings, all of the graphic settings turned down so that I could play with Liftoff smoothly, and it does get by. It has a GT 1030. It has a GT 630 graphics card in it. Note it's not a GTX. It has a GT 630. So you can Google it, look it up, and see how bad that graphics card is. So what we are going to be replacing it with is this GeForce GTX 1050, which was a very, very hot video card like maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, but right now it's more of the 1060 Ti. That is the top graphics card right now, I believe. Or if you really have unlimited budget, you can go for something like the GTX 2060 Ti. So this one, this graphics card was good maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, but the good thing is you can get something like this for as low as about $100, maybe even less, depends on how good you shop around. So we're going to be putting that into this workstation, but first let me show you a couple of problems with that. So this is a small form factor PC, and it has a micro ATX motherboard, and I already removed the fan shroud, but if you can see, that is a GT 630 video card, and it is a very small video card, and it's also a low profile or slim profile video card. I'm not really sure about the terms. And the thing that we want to replace it with is this huge thing. So might be able to, first of all, the length is just about, I don't think it's gonna fit, first of all, and also it's the height of that video card. It's too tall. It's too big. Basically, it's not going to fit on this little small form factor casing. So that is going to be our first obstacle and the first thing we need to overcome. So here's the old case that's been emptied out. Here's the new case with the new GTX 1050 over there. Still using the same motherboard, new case, new power supply. Now let's just finish wiring this thing up. So after installing the new NVIDIA drivers, I ran 3D Mark just to do some benchmarks. So from 1,730 points, it went up to around 14,900 points, but that doesn't mean anything if it doesn't translate to results. So I ran Adobe Premiere and loaded up the last video I made, the one about the having Britney RC Airfield all to myself. And initially, before I upgraded, the render time was around just under 21 minutes, and after installing a new video card, the render time is now just around 12 minutes. Now, playing Liftoff is not a very hardware-intensive game, but so you can just turn down all of the graphic settings, and it'll have a pretty decent frame rate. But here, I've turned it all up, turned it all on, and it was a very, very smooth experience. So here I have my screen recorder turned on to set to 30 FPS. When normally I have it set to just 15 FPS, and even at 15 FPS, I used to have really laggy gameplay. But here, even with the screen recorder turned on, was getting very decent frame rate, around more than 30, maybe 60 FPS. But here, there's still a little bit of lag in the screen recorder, so you really can't see. But while I was playing Liftoff, there was absolutely no lag during the gameplay. So it was just at the screen recorder when I was experiencing some lag. Now, of course, Liftoff is not the only game you'd want to play if you have a good graphics card. So I tried to run Shadows of Mordor, Middle-earth Shadows of Mordor, and it was I was able to turn on all of the graphic settings to maximum. So although you might not be able to play any of the latest AAA titles like Tomb Raider or Shadows of something, but you can still play some of the older titles like Shadows of Mordor, and still have a really good experience. It was locked at 60 FPS. It wasn't dropping below that when I ran the Shadows of Mordor benchmark. So that's going to be very nice even at the maximum graphic settings. So yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you enjoy this short upgrade video I did about my computer. So, considering that my computer is about maybe 5 years old, and the GTX 1050 was launched in 2016, so you really don't need to go for the latest and greatest parts. You can just if you need to upgrade on the cheap, you can run Liftoff with these things, and pretty much a lot of other great game titles on Steam as well. So that's going to be it. I am just going to be playing a little bit more of Liftoff, playing with the simulator. So as always, keep building and keep flying.